Sutherland.
Well, there goes my card reading joke. Way to go, Dad. You look like every survivor from Ian last week. You know, look at that shirt and some kind of bag, and it's not as bad as you think. It was? You're gonna give me your bag? Oh, that's all you have, that's all your life is in. That's funny. Let's bow our heads in prayer real quick. Is that really what you're down to? Is just a purse? You had a car and you chose the purse. Purse fits in the car. Now you've realized your mistake. You're just looking at me like, I wish you'd blow up. No car? Boat. You don't have a boat? They're everywhere. I know, I'm the comic. I'm the one doing the jokes here. I got into town this afternoon, took a nap in the hotel, and then it's a nice one too. It's really a sweet hotel. I don't know if you've ever stayed in a really nice hotel with the thin walls. You're like, hey, turn your light out. Called down to the front desk. I said, I got a leak in my sink. She goes, go ahead. I'm like, well, I don't know. Trying to work all this back into an edit. So, is this your wife? No. First date. Oh, wow. How magic. Magic is happening. Please welcome Buzz Sutherland. Yeah, great to be here. What? You guys are going to get along great. These guys need somebody in the middle to referee this whole thing, because I think that... What? Oh, I heard the joke, and you can use these all you want to. Let me give you a piece of advice here, buddy. This is probably where we'll start the show. Women are smarter than men. The more advanced they notice, they share, they support. Every man in this whole theater is looking at you going, thank God. Every woman's going, okay. Every woman in this theater has already noticed every other person, what they're wearing, who they're sitting with, and formed an opinion on that situation. Every man's going, he picked a purse. A woman can see another woman all the way across town. Say, oh my gosh, hi. If a woman goes to another woman, she can go, I'm getting married. Another woman will go, oh my gosh. What's your name? If a man goes to another man and goes, hey, I'm getting married, he'll go, run, Forrest, run. No, I love her. I love Jenny. The most beautiful name I ever heard, Jenny. Yeah, but it ruined every movie after that, didn't it? I mean, Castaway was Forrest Gump stuck on an island for 3.5 hours. I waited that whole movie for him to go, one day I started swimming. And I kept swimming. We are scared of women. That's right, guys. Hey, there you go. You make it up to her. There, promise her all sorts of stuff. You'll pucker right up when you know you're about to argue with a woman, and you know you walk in the room and she goes, we need to talk. I don't like to talk. If you're going to argue with a woman, you better have an introduction, 3 paragraphs, and a conclusion, because she comes a little bit more prepared. Turns out she's been thinking about this for quite some time. She's talked to her friends. She's been on the internet, www.heathanidiot.com. Even if you start to win an argument with a woman, hypothetically, she'll look you right in the face and go, whatever. What do you mean, whatever? You don't even get it, do you? I love you. Men think I love you is like duct tape. It'll fix anything in the world. That's good duct tape right there. That was it. Sorry, I got carried away. Rewind. I love you. Some of you are laughing. Most of you are looking at me like the Amish at Best Buy right now. You're just... What's the strongest relationship between women? Mother-daughter? No answer's better than the wrong answer. Last week I go, what do you think it is, mother-daughter? And this woman goes, I don't think so. I think it's grandmother-mother. And I'm like, well, that is mother-daughter, sweetheart. Mother-cat? Promise me you're going to do this to the other comics, okay? Mother-cat. I feel like Steve Harvey. I can't believe this is even going to be up on this board right now. The reason I say mother, daughter, is because my practice wife and I went over to her parents' house to play Scrabble because we know how to party, you know. We were playing Scrabble one night and the word bag, B-A-G, is on the table. My practice wife puts the word goat right in front of it to make one word, goat bag. I'm like, challenge? What in the world is a goat bag? Without even missing a beat, my mother-in-law goes, oh, you know, underneath the goat where the udders hang down and there's that little, that's the goat bag. 17 points, double word scores 34, high five. I look over at my father-in-law, he's like, don't even mess with this. Just... About 10 minutes later, the word sack is down there, so I put nut right in front of it. Like you carry cashews in. If that's a dirty joke, that's your fault, boss. I work clean for the children. We have to do everything for the children nowadays, don't we? Everything has to be fat-free, sugar-free, politically correct, non-toxic for the children because we care so much about the children. I know most of you are not laughing, though. Some of you are going, this is hysterical. They didn't care about me. I could have been in the backyard chewing on a paintbrush. My dad would have walked outside, hey, that's my good paintbrush. I have a little girl, Peyton, named after Walter Payton, the greatest running back in the history of the NFL, greatest human being never walked this earth. Yeah, sweetness. I named her Peyton. I got a little boy, Sam, named after some dude my wife knew named Sam. We were actually on a cruise one time during Christmas, and my daughter wanted a puppy for Christmas. We were in Civitavecchia, the gateway to Rome and the Vatican. And so she says, Dad, will you get me a puppy for Christmas? It's only 4 days away, and I want a puppy. So as a dad, I went and I looked and I looked and I looked and looked, and I finally found a puppy. Brought it back. The captain let me bring it on board, got it wrapped, put it under the tree, even let her open it 2 days early because the box stopped moving, you know, and I'm just like... Isn't that funny? I did that joke on the ship, and this woman comes running down the aisle. I'm with PETA, and I'm like, I love your bread, but sit down. So now the kids want to name the dog. So my daughter wants to name her little Labrador retriever Mustard. So my little boy wants to name it mustard, ketchup, mustard, ketchup, mustard, ketchup, mustard, ketchup, mustard, ketchup, mustard, ketchup, mustard, ketchup. Finally, my practice wife goes, why don't we ask your father? Well, as we've learned, that's the stupidest thing you can do, is to ask a man anything. She goes, what do you think we should name the puppy? I said, Treadmill. Why on earth would we name a puppy Treadmill? I said, because you're going to play with it for like 2 weeks, put it in the basement, ignore it, and I love you. That puppy and I lived in the basement together about 8 months. With our first dog ping pong table, he was down there with us. And actually, I named the dog. I named the dog Taxi, just so I could stand in the front yard and go, Taxi! Taxi! Now I live in the middle of the Midlands in South Carolina. I have a farm there, and an hour and a half from every great beach ever invented. So I named our new dog Shark, just because I could show up and go, Shark! All right, this is our area. But children nowadays, they have to have special treatment. They have to have, if they get in trouble, they go sit and time out and think about it. They've seen me before. Time out. What kind of punishment is time out? They have $10,000 worth of toys in their room. Every time I go, Peyton, that's enough. Get in your room. You're in timeout. She's like, all right, you want to watch a DVD? Come on up. I didn't have timeout, did you? No, wished I did. I could have gone for a little me time every once in a while. We didn't have timeout. Remember what we had? We had, we do not hit. Where does he learn this? From the movies. That's what my practice wife said. All violence is learned through the media. And it's true. She read it. The movies. Remember the movies we had when we were little? Old Yeller, Buzz, Do You Love the Puppy? Movie's over. Time for bed. Sweet dreams. Tomorrow night we'll watch Bambi, okay? When you go to a movie, do you sneak candy in or buy the $38 Raisinets? Sneak it in? What's the biggest thing you ever snuck into a movie theater? Him. What? Subway sandwich, and you pointed at him. Poor fella. I love you. What else? Anybody? Anything bigger than a Subway sandwich? A keg? How do you sneak a keg into a theater? What are you like? What? That's my inhaler. 6-pack. You have to sneak stuff. The stuff they've got's fat-free, sugar-free, politically correct candy for the children. We didn't have politically correct candy. We had bubblegum cigarettes. Remember those? Oh, that's sweet. Oh, yeah, it's good. I'd start another one, but sure as I do, the school bus will show up. Most of you are laughing, some of you aren't. That's all right, I can outrun y'all. Real sugary bubble gum made you want harder candy. Like the pixie stick, remember that thing? Not the little, oh, I'm talking, yeah, listen, oh. The big plastic one with the purple stripe, man, it was grape. Orange stripe? Orange. Close, cherries close to orange. Good to be home. I grew up in the South, so I can say whatever I want to about you. Bless your heart. St. Louis is the Catholic place. You need to do your GPS again. We were on the way home from my practice wife and I on the way home to church one time, and she goes, don't you wish you could recalibrate that so that my voice was the voice telling you each and every move that you... I love you. Pixie stick would have been a great one to go with. You didn't just take a small hit off of it either. You turned that whole thing up there. Remember, it was like spit, got it all clogged up on the end. You had to invent that little move with your teeth. You had to go. Fire, fire, fire. I tell you what, that's the two boys been whacking off in my tool shed right there. John Redcorn said that all... Sorry, we got off on the wrong show, didn't we? Plenty of lights up here, and we'll tell you that, guys. There's a... You can land a plane in here. Those are the brightest two. You look right into those, you can see my great-grandmother going. Did something come out of your nose? No, that's what we're here for. Later on when I call my next wife, she'll say, how did it go? I made something come out of a woman's nose. Good for you. We just got back from being on another cruise. Anybody on a cruise to Hawaii or gone to Alaska, either one of those cruises? Alaska, how beautiful is that? There is one irritating thing on the Alaskan cruise. I lived on deck 3, which is a promenade. You can go out one side, walk around, I think it's 8 times around the whole ship, and it's a mile. I'd go out one door, walk halfway around the ship, come in the other door. But every time you go from inside the ship to the outside of the ship, you always see the exact same person when you go outside. You walk out the doors and somebody goes, "You just missed it. You just missed it." Right before you came out, there was 2 bald eagles falling from the skies in the throngs of love, knowing in their little bald eagle hearts that they would be together for a lifetime, because that's how bald eagles mate, is for a lifetime. And as they got closer to the water, they were just glued to one another, and they split apart. And right when they got apart, a huge whale came up out of the ocean and looked at me with that one big eye and winked. And when it did, it went back on its back and threw water up on that glacier, and the glacier calved. And when it did, a piece fell off into the water, and when it came up, there was a little baby seal on there. And that little baby seal was grabbing pieces of salmon and throwing it to its friends and just having the best time, but you just missed it. I always have the exact same reaction. I always go, sure enough, as soon as they hit the ground, somebody will walk out and I'm like, "You just missed it." Okay, so we've been to some cool places. Anybody been to West Virginia? There you go, girl. 6-pack and West Virginia. That's how Steve likes to play the game. So West Virginia's gorgeous. My favorite part is in 2015, I totaled 5 rental cars in the state of West Virginia. It's the record by 3. West Virginia's gorgeous. Beautiful mountains, curvy roads, no guardrails. And rental cars, you can bring it back in any shape you want to. It says that, for $19.95 a day, you can bring this vehicle, whatever. It just says you can do whatever you want to with it. I'm driving around 9 o'clock at night looking for the university. Oh, that's a weird noise. Recalculating. I got to ride in an ambulance. Anybody ever ridden in an ambulance before? I know, buddy. I know. What happened to you? They were giving away free subways, and what happened was, who's been in an ambulance? Somebody's been in an ambulance. You have, ma'am? Thank you for playing so much. I'm what? Oh my gosh, really? Hey, Daddy, 14 more years and you're out. Why did you have to go to an ambulance? Car accident. Could you be more vague? You flipped a car just out in the parking lot and went, "You know what?" Oh, he flipped it because you wouldn't get him a Subway. Anybody flipped a car? Who else has been in an ambulance? Over here. Look at you. She's going, "Do not tell him." What happened to you? Why did you have to go to an ambulance? Okay. I could tell this is something we're going to need to play. Make some margaritas and go outside. Rain, come inside. Stops raining, go back outside. You ever notice on the front of an ambulance they got the word ambulance written backwards? You know why? You see who's answering? The women. The guys are like, "Don't say anything. Just don't say anything. We're doing real well. Just don't say anything." So you can see it in the rear view mirror. Like you've ever been driving down the road, looked in the rear view mirror, seen a big white van with colored lights all over and gone, "Oh, what in the world is that?" They are going so fast. There's a word on front. Achnalube. They're German. Achnalube is not German, I know. I took 3 years of German in college, learned one phrase. Ich bin 21 Jahre alt. Which means you failed German again. No, I know, it doesn't mean that. It means I am 21 years old or something like that. And who cares? The only time I ever use that phrase when I get on an airplane, one of those really excited people sits down and goes, "We've got 4 hours to get to know one another. What's your name?" Ich bin 21 Jahre alt. He's not from here. One time this woman goes, "I speak German." I was like,
I have to go potty. I have a problem. And it's about to be your problem.
while I'm thinking about this, don't ever talk like that to the Florida State Patrol. He comes walking up to my car.
I hope so. What seems to be the problem?
Step away from your vehicle.
Are you going to fix me?
I got to ride in the back seat. Go around the roundabout again.
Uh-oh.
It never gets old being able to talk like that. My favorite place is elevators. First one on the elevator, get in the very, very back. Wait till the door's closed and then go,
Hello. I have a problem.
no matter where that elevator stops, everybody's getting off on that side. That's the way she'd laugh at me, my great-grandmother. She had that same little nod. The same sound my cat makes when it gets a hairball caught in its throat. You're watching television, the cat will walk in, look you right in the face, and go, My great-grandmother walks in, they start talking to each other. Sounds like a duck having sex.
Oh, that feels so good. Oh, I love it when you do that. Oh, yeah, who's your daddy? Who's your dad? Oh, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Uh-oh. Don't move. I'll go get you a towel.
That's a dilemma, isn't it? State makes a lot of money off that fella, yet didn't see him doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Christopher Robin, I'm glad they don't make me do that. Okay, I'll do it. It was always so funny to me. That's not very lifelike. The duck that's a very machismo. I mean,
Oh, yeah, who's your daddy?
we all know what it would be like, right? Come walking in with a purse.
I'm about to... Oh, shucks.
So I did the female duck. Female duck is absolutely spot on. Here goes the female duck. Female duck goes,
Oh, almost got you. Almost got you. Almost got you. Almost, almost, almost. Oh, I forgot to tell you something.
look, the people are worried about you now. It's like they watch you laugh. She's still in a chair. She's still in the chair. Tipping a car over, still winning. All right, we done here? I'm sweating like Dan Quayle at a spelling bee. Just trying to read the crowd, and it looks like a Holland American crowd here. At 59 years old, I'm still the youngest person in here. I'm pretty sure that... I'm trying to set up the next comic is what's up with that. Well, who can beat 59? Well, nothing better than 20. Well, two 14-year-olds. What are the chances of that happening? Are you really 28? By yourself in the back, just in the dark. He sounds hot too. Well, I hope that you were not offended by that, because you would be working in youth group on youth for Holland America and have him in your class every day with crayons in his purse. And then there's a guy that likes to make Subways that's going to be in there with you too, that's going to help all the way along. That's when somebody's too hammered. When they breathe and think they said something, they get that little sway thing going that doesn't seem to bother them at all, but it almost makes you sick. That's the worst breath in the world, drunk breath, isn't it? They always got to get right in your face. I need to tell you something. And I need to tell you something. You're burning my retinas. Drunks are loud. Quiet! My roommate's sleep. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Give keys. Give keys. Never give a drunk the keys. You can tell when somebody's too drunk to drive. They get that little facial expression going where the eyebrows still trying to look, but the eyes said the hell with it. That little. Thank you guys very much. Hope you guys had a nice time. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Buzz Sutherland!